All right, let's get this reaction on the road. Woo! Look at Aemeath. Woo! 3D model looking good. Kuro always cook with that. They always cook with that. Look at that. Oh, she's got a rapier. Oh, she's got a rapier. Ooh, and she transformed too. Yeah, she's gonna be completely different from Cardafia. Cardafia needs to transform. Well, technically speaking, Cardafia, it like her ultimate is a reverse transformation because her transformation is actually her original form. Because Cantarella said, "You and I are the same age, yet you look younger than 20 years ago." It always goes back to 20 years ago. Crazy. But anyway, let's go back to the vid. She's literally a virtual idol reference. She's literally a virtual idol reference. And it's crazy too. It's crazy. Oh, hold on. Let me turn on the fan. Let me turn on the fan. You know what? Let me turn off the fan, bro. Let me turn off the fan. Jeez. Let me fix the camera. Yeah, let me fix the camera. Jesus Christ. Ah, man. Like, forgive the whole dark area. Dark area. It's just that my room is dark because gotta save my light bill. Whew. New York tends to bite into my bill like a mother trucker. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, she's gonna be completely different from, not completely different. She's gonna be a step up from Cardafia. She's gonna be a step up. I do believe in the future that Cardafia will get a full version. She's gonna get another version called Fleur de Lis because that is originally her real name, Fleur de Lis. Cardafia is just a title. It's just a title, but enough jibber jabber. Let's go back to the vid. Ooh, rape, fly high. Like that is crazy. That is crazy. That means she's a fencer. She's a fencer. Yeah, she's a fencing type sword user. Cause she has a rapier and she's basically using a fence style. That is interesting. We haven't had that in a while. Actually, all the sword users I can think of at the top of my head use katanas or weapons similar to katanas. Rover no, Rover did a fence attack against Cardafia when he was fighting against Fleur de Lis. So Rover counts in a way. Rover counts in a way. I don't know, but this is our first official fencer. That is interesting. That is really interesting. That's why I don't hear a lot of people talking about that she's a fencer. She really is good. She really is good. Like 3.1 already. It's been like what? 8 days after New Year's. And already they're coming out swinging, showing the whole world. I mean, showing the gotcha space. That I know this video is going to be posted later on. And to be honest, I don't want it to be a gotcha channel. I want it to be a games channel because I am playing other games besides Apex Legends. But, man, the way how they're swinging, bro, I gotta say it, bro. Genshin is cooked for the rest of the year. They're gonna be cooked. They're gonna be cooked. Like, look at that, the impact frames. They added impact frames to this ult animation. That is crazy. And she can fly too. Oh my god. Can you get any better than this? Can you really get any better than this? Oh my god. Oh my god. The Exo Strider. The Exo Strider itself. And the worst part is, look at that. Look at that right in the corner section. Look at that. You see that? work in progress, does not represent the final look of the game. This, I'm sorry, dude. I am sorry. But I'm gonna say this. I feel so sorry for the Genshin Impact fans. I really feel sorry for them. Because imagine waiting for a character that was teased 3 years ago, I would say. 3 years ago. No, 4 years ago when Sumeru was teased, when TOF was kind of challenging Genshin and they came out with the Winter Nights Lazo. And Columbina was being shown as a creepy girl who was singing la 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 la. She was doing that melody on Rosaline's casket, even though her body wasn't actually in there. It was burnt to cinders. I feel so sorry. I feel so sorry for the Genshin players because Columbina, I saw Columbina's animation. I saw Columbia's animations, and I gotta say, it's a disappointment. I think people should have gotten off. I feel that people should have backed away from Genshin when Skirk came out, because Skirk was a bigger disappointment, in my opinion. She is a bigger disappointment because she is a non-descender. It's not like she's Columbina, because Skirk was teased. Okay, it's according to the timeline, it is weird. So it's either Columbina was teased before Skirk, and we'll never know about that. But we do know that these Genshin devs said it takes 6 to 18 months to make a character. Yeah, and Columbina's animations look lackluster. I believe they have way too many Hydro Catalysts. They had way too many. They didn't balance the weapon types. They didn't balance them. What I mean by balancing, they didn't provide enough characters for each weapon type. Like I think there's like six Hydro Catalysts, and most of them are 5 stars. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. That it's crazy how it's even crazier that WuWa is setting the new standard. They literally broke their own standard. They literally broke their own standard. And they're not even making Hoyo money. They're not making Hoyo money. And I watched the Japanese reaction to this. This is going to be a huge, a really good thumbnail. A really good thumbnail. It's so crazy. It's absolutely stunning how they could do all of this. Every time they do this, it makes you wonder, why can't Hoyoverse do the same thing? They can do it. They have the funds. They just don't want to do it. And I'm going to throw this theory out. So, hear me out. WuWa is not enough to put pressure on Genshin, even if they break their own standards. The only way I see them getting pressure is if 3 more gacha games that have open world settings put pressure on them. So, we're talking about Arknight's Enfield, that's going to be in release in 1 week. 1 week and 6 or 5 days. Because today is Friday. It's going to be released on a Thursday, January the 22nd, 2026. That is a Thursday. I believe they did that because of the anniversary in January the 20th. And we saw the beta. I watched the beta videos. I'm going to download Arknight's Enfield on my phone. I'm a mobile WuWa player. So, yeah, so if you hear anybody talking about, oh, people don't play WuWa on phone. Yeah, well, this guy does. I mean, look at the Exo Strider. Enough of me jibber jabbering. Look at the Exo Strider, bro. Look at it. It looks like a Gundam. People were talking about Macross, Trails in the Sky, Xenoblade, Gurren Lagann. I think Gundam. I think of Gundam. Gundam is the only thing that comes to mind like this to me. Well, opinion wise, but that's okay because everybody will have an opinion about the Exo Strider of what it reminds them of. Like Darling in the Franxx. Even though I kind of like that anime, I watched the anime from 1 to 15. I'm not watching the rest of it. I don't think of it as canon. Nah, never going to go through that again. 1 to 15, yeah. The rest, no. But WuWa is setting the standard, and for the little bit of this video, oh, it's 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. What else? Oh yes, I'm gonna throw this theory out that if we go to New Federation in 4.0, I believe that the Sentinel who is trapped in the whatever experiment laboratory that they are in New Federation is going to be looking for a resonator. So it's up to us to look for the character that is a resonator. I wouldn't be surprised if the first character we meet in New Fed is the resonator, the chosen resonator. And that would be crazy. It would be nice if we get to fight in the Exo Strider and we get heavily injured, i.e. death, like in Norse mythology, and then Ragnarok starts. Because in order for Ragnarok to start, Balder has to die. So it's either the Exo Strider or Rover. I think it's going to be Rover. Because we saw his dead body. We saw his body drop from the sky. So it has to be Rover. The Exo Strider, you can't rebuild that joint. Unless there's somebody in the academy who can, fix it up. But we shall see, bro. We shall see. But let me go over this ultimate just one more time. So peak, so good, bro. Oh my god. Ooh! Now that is how you end it. That is just beautiful. Well, that's the rest. That's the end of the video, I suppose. I've gone on a bit longer than I originally planned. But there will be more videos to come into the future, so I'll catch you later. Later, Gator.